Me with my boyfriend of 3 years. Just found out he has been secretly eating hot dogs because I unknowingly starve him. We have a 35 female OP and a 41 male boyfriend. Oh fuck, I hate it when it does this. Go away! Original post, July 7th, 2016. I recognize that this sounds insane from the post title. My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years. We have what I would describe as a pretty solid relationship. We have enough similar interests to enjoy activities together, but enough divergent ones that we also have full, complete lives outside of the relationship. We already spend almost every night together and plan to move in together when his lease is up in the fall. We work about 3 miles from each other and on some days carpool depending on the schedules. Typically, during the work week, I get up and make breakfast and pack our lunches. This has been ongoing since probably 6 months in. Usually for breakfast, I don't do anything crazy. Oatmeal, cereal, scrambled eggs, and toast. Normal breakfast stuff. For lunch, I pack sandwiches, chips or pretzels, some sort of fruit, and a couple days a week, a sweet treat. I always make his portions larger than mine, and he's never complained before about any of it. Okay. Interesting. Today we went to lunch and stopped at a nearby park. I was sitting across the picnic table from him when I noticed some yellow on his shirt and made a comment. "You have yellow on you, joke." What? Okay, what OP put in the quotes is "you have yellow on you, joke." I don't know why that joke is at the end there. Maybe in a joking way? I don't know. He looked over and scratched it away. There was a lot of it, and He looked over and scratched it away. There was a lot of it, and I mindlessly said, "Did you take a mustard bath before lunch?" And he just turned bright red. After some questions as to why he was embarrassed, the truth came out. I don't make him large enough meals, and almost every day for the past 2 or so years, he takes his 15-minute morning break and walks to a nearby convenience store where he purchases what can only be described as a second breakfast hot dog. I recognize this sounds ridiculous, but I am so hurt and upset that he has been starving all this time and never wanted to say anything. Okay, starving is a little dramatic. Like, you provided homeboy with a pretty good amount of food, I think. Of course, now I am embarrassed because he thinks it is all the funniest thing to ever happen. But I am really, really bothered that instead of sharing his discomfort with me like a normal person, he just had a mid-morning hot dog for months on end. I mean, maybe bro just wants a mid-morning hot dog. Like, that actually is a little bit crazy, chat. I can't even lie. A mid-morning hot dog every day? Like, I don't know, bro. Something about, like, being within 3 to 4 hours of you waking up and eating a hot dog is kind of wild to me. But, like, maybe that's bro's thing. The conversation eventually ended up with us both mad. Me for what I feel is deception. Deception. Okay. Him for what feels is me blowing this all out of proportion. Sorry, girl, but like, maybe? Like, do I just ignore it, or is this indicative of bigger problems? Bro, this is such a non-issue in my head. This is such a non-issue, bro. Edit, he is the one who said he was starving, not me. Oh, okay, that's a good clarification. There's a whole lot of focus on the word choice, so I wanted to clarify. I mean, if anything, you should just be upset and really have a constructive conversation with your partner around, like, why did you not feel comfortable communicating this with me? Like, I've definitely had this conversation with my partners before. Hey, you were feeling a certain type of way about something that I was doing that I didn't know about. instead of dancing around it, like tell me about it so that I can change it and we can both knock out like a simple problem, you know? I think that's the core of this is like, I think your reaction is wrong. Me personally, I think you being like, oh my God, you're deceiving me and now I'm mad at you. Like, that's just not, for this situation, it's just not that serious, bro. It's just not that serious. Like, you guys are throwing in everyone sucks here, but I low-key just think this is ridiculous. Like, I'm so sorry. This is like the most mid-ass thing to have a conflict on in your relationship. Me personally, like this, like I said, it's a non-issue. Like, if anything, I would maybe dive into like, hey, are you guys slack-a-lacking on your communication? Or excuse me, if anything, I would want to dive deeper into like, is this the only thing that your partner doesn't communicate well about? And then on your side, is this the only thing that you've kind of had a very over-the-top reaction about? Like, I don't think this is worth getting mad about, bro. I really don't. I really don't. Like, I'm like, what? Like, I just think, like, if we're gonna say everyone sucks here, I don't think it's because of, like, the situation. It's just like, dude, this is, like, like, I thought this was gonna be, like, a crazy, like, my boyfriend says he needs more food, but I think he needs to be skinnier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was gonna be that. You know? Like, nobody really got hurt here. Like sorry, I keep saying, I might be saying husband on accident. Your boyfriend is just going and getting a hot dog and like problem solved. And like now that he's finally communicated it, you could be like, babe, feel free to communicate that in the future and I will pack you more food. Or if you're just like that into hot dogs, I will like, let's learn how to make you good hot dogs at home so you're not wasting a bunch of money on hot dogs every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just really think this is like such a non-issue. And I'm like, honestly, if I'm going to be so real with you guys, like, unless this lack of communication bleeds into the entirety of their relationship, I'm more like kind of upset about how OP handled this. Like, this to me is just like a weird thing to get mad about. Like, if I'm in OP's shoes, I'm just like, this is just like a funny thing that's like, oh, babe, learning moment for our relationship. You can tell me when you need more food. Or two, you can just tell me, like, if you just want a hot dog every day, just I get it. Go do the hot dog. Go do the hot dog. Can you guys imagine a fucking glizzy causing relationship strife? Like, that's so funny to me. That's so funny to me. You guys are saying OPs may be controlling about like the food portions or something? No, Kata, like, more than anything, it would make me really sad that my partner isn't comfortable telling me such a simple thing that causes him discomfort. Exactly. My partner reveals to me that the food that I've been providing for her isn't enough food for her. I'm like, damn, like, why did you go through this for so long without telling me? Are you scared of me? Or like, are you worried that I'll have a bad reaction to it? Like, chat, here's the other thing that just dawned on me. Or maybe, have you ever thought, like, maybe he doesn't communicate this to her because this is her reaction to him communicating these things to her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Which then it's like, boyfriend, get out of that. Like, what the hell? You shouldn't be... For something as simple as, hey, can I just have more food when you pack me lunch in the morning? If you're scared to communicate that, like, I'm scared for the relationship. Dragon's in here. What up, Dragon? Don't know why I got the notification so late, but I'm here to ruin on Twitch. That's so fair, Dragon. It's always good to have you. I must go check my work. No worries, Minty. There's updates, chat. This is, sorry, I forgot to specify. This is best to Redditor updates. So we have relevant comments, updates, more relevant comments. Yeah, like there's plenty coming, chat. Don't you worry. Hey, what up, unauthorized kitty? Welcome to the stream. I don't think he's hiding anything, but for this to be her biggest problem in their relationship, they're fine, LOL. Yes, but also, like, I don't know, maybe this is my personal philosophy around things. I don't want to be with people who make issues out of nothing. Like, to me, this is OP making an issue out of nothing. Don't get me wrong, there's maybe some more deep-seated things that this stems from around maybe OP having bad reactions to things and hindering her partner's communication skills, or maybe just like, I don't want to take it off the plate that maybe the boyfriend just has bad communication skills, but like, I do think OP's bad reaction is not something that we should just ignore, you know? So like for me, I'm kind of like the learning lesson, which is like the whole point of me doing this for you guys, for the viewer, for myself, to me is like, when you're in a relationship, me personally, I would advise against like dating somebody who would like relate to this and have an issue with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like this to me feels a little bit like OP's looking for a reason to be upset. Okay, bouncy ball, but he's not communicating. But he's not communicating and she's having a bad reaction. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it could go either way, but I think it's very biased at this moment with the information that we have to completely be like, oh, OP's in the clear. Absolutely nothing wrong with OP. Like, at this point, with OP's reaction, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I can't communicate how I feel to you, because you get really upset. Chad, I want to go to the relevant comments. I think we've exhausted this. Let's see what the people are saying and what OP is replying to. Okay, looks like we only have one relevant comment, but then a couple of top comments. The relevant comment is addressing why didn't the boyfriend say anything before? He usually avoids conflict until it's at his breaking point. I guess A, I don't want to push someone to a breaking point when I'm completely unaware, although I guess it's not that big of a deal to him. And B, holy shit, he needs to get his cholesterol checked. Okay, so even if this is the case, like, how does getting mad at him teach him that this is a habit he can break out of? Like, y'all, if we're parenting a child, which granted, I guess the fact that I have to relate this to parenting a child, maybe there's an argument for like the boyfriend shouldn't have to, you know, the boyfriend shouldn't be acting like a child, quote unquote, but like, if you're parenting a child and they do something wrong, they're not, in my opinion, they're not going to learn better from you like shitting on them for doing it wrong versus like coaching them and like talking them through it. Like, maybe that's a bad example as well, but I just think like, if anything, your reaction is teaching him that he should not communicate as well. A daily glizzy would be cholesterol heavy. I don't disagree with that. Although I'm also not, I don't know, cholesterol is confusing to me because people are like, there's good cholesterol. And then some people are like, cholesterol all bad. And I'm like, I don't know. I just eat and hope I don't die. At this point, bro, at this point, just eat and hope we don't fucking die. There is an age gap. OP is the younger one. 35 female, 41 male. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I guess maybe when did they meet, but... Oh yeah, they've been together for 3 years, so no sketchy, hanky-panky shit either. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay, top comment. Someone said you weren't starving him. He's a grown man who, by all means, could have just said at one point, hey, can you pack me another sandwich? He is a grown man who can also make his own lunches. You are taking responsibility for an issue that has nothing to do with you. The real issue is why he didn't feel comfortable saying something about it to the point where he kept this a secret for so long. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Kind of in OP's favor. It was clarified, probably before this comment was posted, that the wording of starving was used by the boyfriend, not by OP, which I think is more of an indictment on the boyfriend because, like, based off what OP told us, she wasn't starving him. Like, sandwiches, chips or pretzels, and some sort of fruit, and then sometimes a sweet treat, and then portions bigger than OP's, like, dude wasn't being starved. He maybe wasn't getting enough. He maybe wasn't getting enough food, but he wasn't getting starved. You know? Another top comment. I agree he probably should have said something before now, but you also sound like you're blowing this way out of proportion. He honestly probably enjoyed his mid-morning break and thought of it as a treat rather than you starving him. I'm sure he could have snuck food from home, gone to the grocery himself, or any number of options if he truly didn't want a hot dog. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Like, is this his little sweet treat? Like, bro's just addicted to hot dogs like that? I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, the health nut in me is like, hey, maybe make sure you're getting your cholesterol checked and that you're not overdoing it. But like, I don't know, bro. If homeboy wants to eat a hot dog for the rest of his life and that makes him happy and he's happy with the trade-off of like having high cholesterol, like, let homeboy eat the goddamn hot dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not okay with that as their partner, then like maybe you shouldn't be with them. But like, I don't think that's a deal breaker in my opinion. Like, okay, Chad, I kind of want to just go to the update. There's an update a day later, July 8th, 2016. I read everyone's comments and found most people thought I was overreacting and a handful thought I was a psycho bitch. Oh my God, that's aggressive. By the end of the day, I was feeling pretty bad. Some points on clarification. It was not the consumption of hot dogs that bothered me. Okay, but based on this comment, replying about why the boyfriend didn't say anything before and your comment about his cholesterol, that makes me think that that's not necessarily true, which, to be fair, maybe you just want him to be healthier, but it might have been about the hot dogs. It was not the consumption of hot dogs that bothered me. It just seemed really weird to me that this was a 2-year habit he had never mentioned to me before. That's like 500 times this has happened and it never came up. He knows that I have a chai latte obsession. I don't tell him every time I go get one, but he's aware that I hit up the coffee shop. And sometimes he stops by for me. I would have reciprocated is all. Okay, I'm just going to keep reading and then I can react to this once I have all the information. We are both detail-oriented people, so sometimes we discuss the minutia of our days. I don't care what he eats. I'm not trying to portion control anything or be his sole source of food. Most people seem to think I'm a control freak. I'm not. Oh, wait, do they mean most people in the comments or most people in my life? Because if it's the former, they don't know you like that girl. Maybe that's not true. But if it's the latter, if like most people in your life think you're a control freak, you might be. And like as a control freak, chat, you have more awareness and like power to not be a control freak if you're aware that you're a control freak. Does that make sense? Like I am a control freak. I will admit it. Yo, boy, that's one of my flaws, chat. And in a relationship, it's definitely going to become an issue, and I'm going to have a partner who's willing to work on it with me every single day. Like I know that. I'm very aware of it. Like if the people in her life are like, "You're a control freak," and she's like, "No, I'm not." Red flag. He was initially defensive about the secret hot dog parties and told me I was starving him. I got upset because I just wished I had known. Sorry guys, that's the sentence of a control freak. I am not a crazy person who would have been mad. I would have asked if he wanted more food or if he was fine with a mid-afternoon snack. I am not a crazy person who would have been mad, but then he finally tells you, and you're mad? Sorry guys, I can't remember if I read the sentence, so I'm just gonna reread it for my editor. I would have just asked if he wanted more food or if he was fine with a mid-afternoon snack. I did not really ban hot dogs in my home due to a tragic Dachshund. I did not really ban hot dogs in my home due to a tragic Dachshund accident. Come on now. Where did that come from? Must have been something in the comments. What the fuck? Anyway, I don't guess much of that matters now because things have taken a turn for what I perceive to be the worst. Like I said, I was feeling like a shitheel by the end of the day, so I stopped by the grocery store on my way home and bought him 3 cans of Vienna sausages, which I presented a verbal apology to him before dinner. Before I get more mean messages about meat choices, I know Vienna sausages are not hot dogs. I just thought they were funnier. He laughed and we moved on. During dinner, which was not Vienna sausages, in case you were wondering, we were talking about everything, and I mentioned the original post I had made, and he asked to see it. So he read it while I was cleaning up my kitchen, and when I got done and went into the living room, he was sitting there with tears in his eyes. I asked him what was wrong, and he took a deep breath and told me that he felt bad so many people had told me I was off the deep end. I was really confused by this point, so I asked why he felt that way. Turns out the reason I didn't know about his daily hot dog is because he has been meeting an ex there to take their morning break together. All right, chat, I rescind everything that I said in defense of this man. Fuck this man. Holy shit. The girl is his college sweetheart who stayed in the city after school. They broke up years before we even met, so I only know of her abstractly. He has always spoken fondly of her, and according to him, they just grew apart. However, it seems that she has a job working nearby the convenience store he frequents, and once they realized, in parentheses, via Facebook, I knew they were friends on there, it did not bother me. See, I am not... Okay, I have to be on OP's side at this point. See, I am not controlling. They were working in close proximity. Once they realized they were working in close proximity, they decided to meet up at the store. So they go there 4 or 5 times a week, get their snacks, and chat. He says it's just been talking. She's got a boyfriend. He says that they don't really talk about their actual lives. They just shoot the breeze. I asked him why he didn't tell me about this before now, and he said he didn't think it was a big deal. Dude, my guy, you're meeting with your ex behind your partner's back? That's always a fucking big deal. Even if he's not fucking lying to her right now, that this was just a one-off, like whatever, even if he's not lying to her that this was completely innocent, that's still fucking weird. And that is not something that you should hide from your partner. Yeah, if it's not a big deal, you wouldn't hide it. Exactly. He said he didn't think it was a big deal, but that he also didn't want me to ask him about it or be suspicious. I don't know. I feel like having a secret ex-girlfriend I feel like having secret ex-girlfriend meetings that happen to include hot dogs is a lot different from having secret hot dogs. I agree. So I guess the update is that I'm still upset, although I feel like now things are maybe more justified. I tried to not overreact, told him that this was all pretty fucking weird, that he has hung out with an ex, briefly as it may be, daily for nearly 2 years without mentioning it. Yeah, that's the really fucking weird part. Like, I understand maybe, and even then I still wouldn't say that this is the right way to go about it. If you ran into your ex and like caught up with her and maybe forgot to mention it 1 day out of 2 years, should you mention it? Yes. But like, as long as everything was innocent, I don't necessarily think you did anything completely wrong there. Bro, you've been meeting up with this woman for 2 years behind your partner's back. That's weird. And then on top of that, when you were like caught in the act, so to speak, you turned it against your partner by telling her, oh, you're starving me, which might not even be the case. Like, now I am of the firm belief that he wasn't actually getting starved. He just wanted to go get hot dogs with his ex. He said he didn't have any intention of stopping. He said he didn't have any intention of stopping his morning chats with the ex, so I needed to learn to deal with it. I don't know. Wait. What the fuck? Hold on. So you get caught meeting up with your ex for 2 years and you go, but it's still going to happen and you're going to have to learn how to deal with it. Chat from like a high schooler or like a college student, like I could maybe see that level of dumb fuckery. But bro, we're fucking talking about a 41-year-old man saying this to his 35-year-old girlfriend of 3 years. Like, it genuinely does not get more stupid than that. It genuinely does not get, I am flabbergasted. I am lost. I don't know. I honestly just feel really sad and gross right now. Also, he left the Vienna sausages at my place. Yeah, girl, break up with his bum ass. I've completely flipped, chat. Fuck this man. Their user is forsaken by hot dogs. Oops. Hold on. I want to see. This is their like most recent comment. 10 years ago. Fuck. Bro, I wonder where this person is these days. Holy shit. Okay, we do have some relevant comments. Let's cook through those really quick. Okay, relevant comments. Someone pointed out and he said he didn't think it was a big deal here. I call bullshit. It's quite the opposite. Anytime a person deliberately hides something like this from you, then partner knows that they're probably doing something right. Then the partner knows that they're probably not doing something right. OP replied to that saying, the more I think about it, the more I'm sure she's been the one eating hot dogs, if you know what I mean. After stewing all day, I'm done with it all. Yeah, I mean, even if that isn't the case and bro wasn't doing some sketchy shit, I think you should still break it off. Like, you'll never know, and he's completely diluted your trust. Um. Okay, this isn't super important, but OP left a really funny comment replying to some commenters saying, I am seriously considering taking a photo of a hot dog and writing "it's over" on it to send as a breakup text. Petty, we love it. Honestly, deserved here. Yeah, OP brought up a good point in another comment. If I hadn't noticed the mustard on him, would he have ever told me? Probably not. If I had to guess, chat, tapping into like the toxic male brain and what I know, I think if anything, he is like hoping that one day, if they're already not cheating, he might be hoping that one day his ex breaks up with her boyfriend and then he has the in to make a move. I think if I had to guess, that's why he's doing this, if they haven't even already cheated. Like, bro, this might be controversial, but like if you're dating somebody and you want to still hang out with your ex, like even though it's platonic over that person, and like you couldn't completely cut off that person, or excuse me, and you couldn't completely cut off your ex for that person, that's weird. That's super fucking weird. Super weird, man. Yeah, he is 100% waiting to shoot his shot. I agree with that. Now I have the hot dog song from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse stuck in my head. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Are you talking about that one? Incredible comms. I forgot about that song. Whatever happened to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? That shit ripped, bro. That's insane, man. Like, that's just stupid man brain logic there. Does your cup say MILF? It does, but it stands for Man I Love Field Work. Shout out my boy's company. I didn't know Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was that old that Sarby watched it when he was little. I want to say it. I want to say I didn't watch it. I want to say my little sister watched it. And I'm 4 years older than her. I genuinely, I can't put my finger on it. If I'm going to be so real, chat, my childhood is very like hazy. Like my memory of it is just like little bits and pieces. Like I remember Mickey Mouse Clubhouse existing, but I don't remember in what format it existed in my life. If that makes sense. Like I might have watched it. I might have also just heard it. Like I think maybe my sister, like y'all know, I don't know if you guys as parents did this, but like if me and my siblings were watching TV, it always had to be age appropriate to whatever my youngest sister could watch at the time. So like if we were watching TV and I wanted to watch Yu-Gi-Oh, I couldn't watch it if my little sister was there because like that's not great, you know, TV for my little sister to watch. If I'm actually being so honest here, and maybe this is getting into a little bit of trauma, but since I was the only boy, I never got to watch the shows I wanted to watch unless I was watching TV by myself, which didn't happen very often because my parents I mean, I'm honestly genuinely glad about this, but my parents never like really let me watch a ton of TV. Yu-Gi-Oh mentioned, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh slapped. You know what? I'm really sad. I think I might have it somewhere, but the Yu-Gi-Oh Game Boy game, bro, that shit was incredible. Incredible. Are we gonna get some Sarg Lizzie art? What the fuck? What are you guys talking about? Powerpuff Girls 8 and you could watch it with your sisters. I can't even disagree with that. Powerpuff Girls did eat. If I'm being really real, I loved a lot of the girl shows, the girlier shows, you know? Like, I think Hannah Montana was quote-unquote girlier. And I love that show, bro. That shit ripped. I've watched all of, like, the Barbie movies, and honestly, slap. Princess of Swan Lake or whatever that one is. Like, that one is etched into my brain. Actually, my sister recently sent, like, there was some, like, whatever. I don't even remember what it was, bro. But my sister sent, I think, like, YouTube, like, permanently put Princess of Swan Lake, or excuse me, the Disney Barbie movies or whatever. All of them are on YouTube right now for free or something like that. Something like that. Oh, Kim Possible. I loved Kim Possible. Shigo is the reason I'm attracted to alt women. I can admit that. One day, chat, my girlfriend will dress up as Shigo, and I will be a very happy man. That's all I'm going to say. Shigo's dad was hot? I don't remember Shigo's dad. Sarby stream where we all watch Barbie movies together win, I will literally get copyright strikes. Y'all want my channel to get taken down so bad? I could maybe watch it on the Patreon, to be honest. I could probably get away with that. Barbie. Yeah, someone photoshopped me as a Barbie. We need the Barbie, and we need it in Discord and Reddit. Even straight girls have a crush on Shigo. Good comms. Good comms. Yeah, didn't they release the Barbie movies on YouTube for free? That's what I was talking about. I think they did. Which, great move, by the way. Great move. I'm guessing they're doing that because they want to, like, build up hype. Maybe they're going to bring those back, which they should, honestly. Those movies were good. Those movies were so good, bro. I can't even lie. Never seen any of the Barbie movies? You're missing out. I can't even lie. I can't even lie, bro. You're missing out. Y'all are missing out. Make sure to watch those. Chat, I kind of want to keep going. I want to keep going. We got to lock in, read some stories. Fuck, I forgot to end it again. Ah! I forgot to start and stop the recording. Bro. God, my editors are going to hate me. Fuck. I'm so dumb. I'm such a stupid little chud. Remember to stop and start? It doesn't matter now. Because then I just have to upload. I have to upload the file anyways. So, like, to split up 2 separate ones. It's like, keep forgetting. One job. Okay, that's so not true, Kree. I have like a bajillion jobs. Like I'm the talent. I'm the head of content. I'm like the producer, the director, the operator, the strategist. Like this shit is not one job, by the way. This shit is not one job. Someone gonna get in trouble? It's not, nobody's gonna get in trouble. It's just my editors have to download an immensely larger file for no reason. And they just have more to sift through. Because I'm a fucking chud. Oh, my back is fucking sore. I'm forgetting to do shit for my editors. All right, fuck it. Fuck it, chat. I just gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Chat, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. 87 people watching, 60 likes. I know we could get that shit up to 70. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at, though. Turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live, baby. Here we go. Am I the a-hole for leaving my roommate? Personal submission from Sploot. I know Sploot sometimes comes in chat, so maybe Sploot is here. I don't know. I want to preface this by saying this was my female 28 first time moving out of my parents' house due to medical issues. I will admit my communication wasn't the best when I was upset/angry. I would shift blame and occasionally lash out rather than take it. I would shift blame and occasionally lash out rather than take I want to say responsibility, but it's accountability, which is a much better word. I don't know why my brain does this. I would shift blame and occasionally lash out rather than take accountability for shit I did wrong. I fully own up that I was a toxic communicator at times. A lot of it stems from having autism. No, having autism doesn't give you an excuse to be a jerk, but it explains it a little bit. I agree with everything you just said. W taking responsibility. So here's a little context for the story. I met them in 2019 and knew them for 4 years before they moved to my state. Joe, male 29, Jane, female 25. They are married. This all started in 2023 or 24, I forget. They had a situation with their last roommate in their home state in which the roommate had some issues with Jane and decided to move out. So I offered Jane and Joe to come move out to my state where there was a better job market and lower rent. I ended up finding an apartment for us, so they moved here. My parents even flew to their state so my dad could drive their U-Haul. Crazy move by the parents, but cool. It was fine at first. We had a few small issues here and there, and occasionally Joe and I would argue about little things. Here are just some of them. Scroll if you want to skip the lore, but I feel like context is important. First, I got 2 kittens as soon as I moved out, and had talked about it a lot. But they assumed when I said I'm going to get cats when I move out, they thought I meant at some point, not as soon as I moved out, which I admit I should have been specific about, but this was brought up multiple times while we lived together whenever I brought up small issues. Okay, I'm a little confused on that one. Do they just have issues with living with cats in general? Or are they holding over a singular time that you didn't use more words to communicate what you meant? Because technically, you're both kind of right there where, like, you meant it in one way, they thought you meant it in another way, and just, like, with the vague amount of words that you presented, both of them make sense. But, like, bringing that up all the time shouldn't be held over your head, you know? Second, I was struggling financially since I was taking low paychecks to pay off an emergency debt, and I told him I was going to transfer money to my Venmo. To make sure if I did go into the negative, I'd be able to get food for the week, so it would go into my overdraft to be paid off next paycheck. And this was the exchange copy and pasted directly from the text. Him. Sounds to me like you don't want to be financially responsible. Me. And this is why I don't tell you about my financial problems. Him. I could just not talk to you at all then? At that point, I didn't know if he was serious or not because I wasn't even mad at the time and figured he wasn't either. But about an hour later, we had a lunch party with our friends that worked with us. And when I did a pose, in parentheses, one we all do, in parentheses, one we do all the time when we see each other, he didn't do it back and didn't even look at me. How old is this motherfucker again? 29? And when I tried talking to him, he just turned away and completely ignored me for the rest of the party and the following weekend. Our friends asked about it later, which was kind of embarrassing. Wait. Okay, I might be reading this wrong, but this isn't Joe's problem? Like, I don't understand why he's getting so upset about your financial responsibility or irresponsibility. Other than maybe if you had talked about this and said that you couldn't maybe pay rent, which then that puts them in kind of an awkward situation, and maybe I would understand it. But other than that, it just sounds like he is like the insensitive friend where, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, this is a weird interaction. It's a weird interaction. I'm not gonna lie, it seems a little bit vague. Like, it sounds like there's more leading up to this that we're maybe missing out on, whether it's important or not. But my initial reaction is he's kind of immature. Yeah, overdraft is so scummy. I forgot about that shit. Okay. Third, and one of the biggest arguments so far was about a drink he had bought in Vegas that we brought home with us. The trip ended badly, but that's irrelevant to this. And on our way back, we had to stop at a liquor store to get something for a friend back home. So Jane and I decided to just wait in the car. When he came back, he came with 3 small bottles of soju and said, "I got this for us to try later." I figured that one was for each of us. Okay. We had forgotten about the soju for several months until we changed fridges so I could have my own fridge. I had said in passing, "Oh, I need to get my soju from the other fridge." And he said, "Wait, your soju? I bought those." And after I said, "I thought these were for both of us. That's kind of fucked up of you to go back on it, but all right." And it turned into a whole thing. I realized later that I was being a jerk about it, and that night I made him a little apology present. I had bought a bunch of candy bars and some paper where I wrote out a whole little cheesy poem using the candy names as puns. But when he got home later that night, he wouldn't take any of it and told me I was being manipulative. I honestly don't know if any of it was manipulative or not. I honestly don't know if it was manipulative or not, but I didn't want... Oh, sorry. I see. I honestly don't know if it was manipulation or not, because it didn't feel that way for me. I didn't want anything from it. I just thought it would lighten the mood and he'd be more open to talking about a resolution. But no, he was not. What was OP's gender? Female. Okay. 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 So, chat, I'm kind of like a little bit at the same point that I was at with the previous story of like, these are all situations that I feel like are going nuclear that just don't need to go nuclear. And like, I'm just being real here. Most of them, it sounds like, what's this guy's name again? Joe. Joe is definitely, in all the cases, sometimes solely allowing for these conversations to go a little bit nuclear. I do have to say, I feel like you brought this one a little nuclear. Like, in his head, he was like, I had clearly communicated that these were for me and Jane. And then you went straight to, I thought these were both of us. Let me attack your character. That's kind of fucked up of you to go back on it. Yeah, Xenia, I'm kind of a little bit on your wave where, like, I do think, like, maybe context is really important here, but it honestly just sounds like we have two people who, one, escalate situations that don't need to be escalated, but then also two, are kind of petty. And also maybe three, don't have the skills to diffuse issues very well, which I know OP mentioned they have autism, and I know that's something that people with autism definitely struggle with, but like, I think that's your real issue here is you need to learn how to defuse situations better. Like, I'm going to be so real. I wouldn't call this manipulative, but this is not how I would have dealt with this issue. Writing out a poem and getting candy bars is like not how adults handle like a minor dispute that went haywire. Like, you let everybody kind of calm down a bit, and then you walk into a room that they're in and just kind of be like, hey, you know, for the sake of us being good roommates, I would like to squash the beef. I'm sorry that I said that it was fucked up of you to pull this back. I didn't realize that you meant that it was just for you and Jane. I thought you were getting 3 bottles for 3 people, and like, maybe in the future we can work on better communication there, but that was really messed up of me to like say that you're fucked up for that because I just misinterpreted it. And you can even say, like, keep in mind, I have autism. Sometimes I read the situations wrong. Can we please work together in the future so that that doesn't happen again? And like, I don't know. I feel like that's how you handle things as an adult, not let me make a poem and get candy bars. I don't think his read of like, this is manipulative is right, but I'm not going to lie. If I had a dispute with my roommate who we already have some tension, and they came to me over a dispute over some soju with a poem and some candy bars, I kind of would be like, what the hell is this, bro? Just talk to me. W Chicken, what did Chicken do? Oh, Chicken be gifting shit. Chicken sandwich. Sorry, really quick. Chicken, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships on YouTube and the 5 gifted memberships over on Twitch, as well as a resubscribe for 6 months at tier 1. Thank you, Chicken Sandwich. Guys, if you got a sub from Chicken Sandwich, I need y'all to say thank you. All right, chat? Good manners and good manners only. 45 more till 200. God damn. Chicken Sandwich, I want to reiterate, gifted subs, gifted memberships are not required, but by God, are they appreciated. Chat, make sure you're saying your thank yous, all right? We have good manners and good manners only here. Listen, I don't want to blame OP because I kind of do understand the miscommunique of like, hey, I got these sojus. I got these 3 bottles of soju for us. to a car full of people. I understand that miscommunique. I'm just saying, similar to the previous story, I don't think this is something on both ends that like ruins the friendship, you know? Like I want to say I've had some sort of miscommunicate. I want to say I've had some sort of miscommunication like that with my roommates in the past. And it was just like oh, hey bro, that wasn't for you. And then I go, oh fuck, I'm sorry. Let me buy you a new one. And then we go, cool, bro. Like, you know, like I don't know. And here's the thing, guys, I want to also address, I think guy roommates and guy confrontation is different than girl roommates and girl confrontation. Like I was just talking about this with somebody, like when girls confront people, there's almost this like barrier to being able to do that without automatically being coined as like a bitch or something like that, you know, from both girl roommates or guy roommates, versus like if a guy presses another guy about the guy doing some weird shit, it's usually not like, oh, that guy's just being a jerk or a bitch or something like that. It's very much like, oh, okay, like he's calling me out. Like that's bro calling me out and I need to like whatever. Like I think it's a different vibe that I actually, like I was talking about this with my sisters. Like I think it's a very different vibe. So that's there. That's something to keep in mind, but I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of a little bit like mistakes were made on both sides. I think you could fix those mistakes. I think you should do some research and do some education on like how you can become a better communicator. Cough, cough, wink, wink. Go read the book Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. I will never not preach this book. I think it's a really great book on how humans like to be communicated to feel safe and to feel like you guys are working on problems together so that you avoid blow-ups and such like this. And I'd pretty much put, like, I think I'm a very good communicator with people in my life. And I think a big portion of that is because of that book. That's all I'll say. Listen, I'm just a dumb YouTuber on the internet, so you decide what you want, but the book is like maybe $20. Maybe read the book and be like, Sarby's a fucking moron. I don't understand how that would ever help. Oh my God, CoffeeZilla released his episode on bricks and minifigs. Oh, fuck, chat. We have to react to that. Oh, Sploot is here. Sploot, what up? I know you're a girl. Sorry, but I know your roommate's a guy. Yeah, I'm sorry. You might have to like rewind a little bit. I like to write cheesy poems. I was mostly trying to be silly to lighten the mood. No, for sure. And like, sorry, I need to pull up this screen for my editors. No, for sure. And like, I want to give you the grace that like you didn't mean for that to be manipulative or like, like you wanted to be cute about it, right? But I'm trying to be nice here. It feels performative to me. It feels performative. It feels like you're avoiding the thing that needs to happen, which is just like, hey Joe, you and me, we got to sit down and we got to like figure out how we can coexist together. Our lease is going to last for the next 8 months. I don't know about you, but I haven't been enjoying how our relationship has been going, and I would like to improve on it. Like, anytime you make it a you versus me thing, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, if you're like, hey, you have an idea, I have an idea, and we clash, that's never going to get to a point where you guys are working together as a team. If you go up and you're like, hey, this is you and me approaching a problem together so that you and I can build our relationship. Granted, I'm giving Joe a lot of grace here. I don't know, maybe Joe's just like genuinely a bad person. And then at that point, it's like, all right, how do you just survive for the next whatever until you can get out of being roommates with them? But like, based off the information you've given, like that's what I would do here. I don't think the answer is write a silly poem and buy them candy bars. It's sit there and have an adult conversation that a 28-year-old and a 29-year-old should be able to have together. Featherless Kitty Cat, thank you for resubscribing for 1 month at tier 1. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Real quick, chat. I'm just going to give the Prime sub plug. If you guys have a Prime sub, it's one of the best ways that you can support me without having any money come out of your pocket. And you're taking money out of Daddy Bezos' profit too. Out of his profit and his pocket. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Give it to me or another one of your favorite streamers. Just use it, all right? Otherwise, he gets to pocket extra money every month, okay? All right? This is so funny, me being on his platform, being like, take money from him. But that's honestly what it is. Sarby, it's a very normal way for autistic people to handle apologies, especially with social anxiety. Okay, well, to me, if that's a normal way for autistic people to handle apologies, you have to pick, like, it's not ideal, but you have to pick and choose who you're able to do those apologies with. Like, if you have a good friend or a partner who knows that that's your preferred way of apologizing and you can communicate that ahead of time so that that can be an appropriate way for you to apologize, do it. All power to you, bro. All power to you in that relationship that you have with that person. But like, for two adults who are coexisting together, I don't think that's the way to go about it. I get that that's maybe the way you want to do it, but I don't think that's the best way to do it. And I actually think it's a good learning moment for you to learn how to not default to that method of apology. Hey, what up, Hannah? Sarby, do you mind if I draw you as a cat? Nah, bro, go for it. As long as I look like beans. He was literally my best friend? Okay. I mean, if that's an acceptable form of apology that you've given before, sure. But like, it sounds like that wasn't necessarily an acceptable form of apology for him. For him, he looked at that as a manipulation tactic. I don't know. Chat, we got to keep going because we're not completely done with this. We're kind of hovering on this, but there's more to read here. Plenty more to read. Oh my God. This was around the time I started looking into why little things upset me so much. I listened to a lot of podcasts about healthy communication and expressing what you're feeling rather than being angry. One video in particular changed everything for me. I listen to it every day and try to remember the important bits. And I feel like I started to do a lot better at expressing myself rather than getting defensive and angry. We eventually did have a talk about it, and I told him how much it hurt when he rejected my apology. And he told me he wouldn't apologize for it because he felt it was the right thing to do. I told him I didn't want an apology for that. I understood that just because someone... Sorry. I told him I didn't want an apology for that. I understood that just because someone apologizes doesn't mean you have to forgive them or accept it. I explained that apologizing doesn't mean you were wrong. It just acknowledges someone's hurt. I tried to explain by using an analogy. If you step on someone's foot, you apologize because you hurt them, not because you did it on purpose. But he insisted on not apologizing, so I dropped it. Okay, yeah, that's telling me more that, like, Joe just kind of fucking sucks. Joe and I had another issue later on. I had vacuumed my room and didn't realize the vacuum was clogged until I had finished. Oh, sorry. And didn't realize the vacuum was clogged when I had finished. Joe sent me an angry message about it, and I immediately apologized and told him I'd fix it when I got home from work, but it didn't escalate from there. I had a problem about something Joe had said, so I brought it up. It was something small that I wanted clarity on, so I forgot what it was about. And instead of addressing it at all, he said, well, you did X thing that pissed me off. And I apologized for it, but told him I'd like to talk about things one at a time so we could deal with one issue at a time, and he got mad at me, so I just dropped it. Okay, yeah, so like that's a huge red flag. Like, listen, I'm all for roommates communicating when something pisses them off, or like in a relationship. If something pisses you off, like communicate that to your partner so that you guys can address it together and hopefully avoid it in the future. But you can't, the time to bring up But the time to bring up when something pissed you off is not while someone is bringing up something that you did that pissed them off. That's very valid. That is how people manipulate and deflect their responsibility. Like if I go to Sploot and I'm like, Sploot, I didn't like this thing that you commented. And then Sploot goes, well, I didn't like this thing that you just said on stream. Then while like maybe we have to address the thing that I said on stream, Splootus, it wouldn't be okay of Sploot to then it wouldn't be okay of Sploot to deflect it to try to put like blame or focus on me. And like if anybody's in a relationship like that, I just want to bring to your attention how messed up that is, because it's very easy to like not be able to identify that. Like I've met people who broke up with their partner and were like, yeah, for years they were doing this and I didn't even realize that it was like a bad thing for them to do. And I was so frustrated because I was like, okay, I do have something to apologize for, but I'm like mad about it because the thing that I want to resolve and get an apology for is not getting addressed here. Sploot is fine. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, Sploot, listen, like, do I think that maybe there's some like takeaways and some work that you could do? Absolutely. But from what I'm reading right now, and I've only gotten to the lore, we haven't even gotten to the core issue here. Sounds like Joe's not a very good human being to be around. And like, I'm just going off of a Reddit story. I feel like there's a lot more context out of here, but they just don't sound like someone that you should be living with. You know? I think no matter what you try to communicate, don't get me wrong, I still would want to encourage you. I was very, I forgot to give you props because I was just trying to read through everything. This is the right move. Like you guys had to talk about it. You communicated your feelings. You tried to have a constructive conversation. And don't get me wrong, I still think that book that I recommend will teach you like how to have difficult conversations with like honestly like people on autopilot who like don't really know how you're directing the conversation. It's a great book, guys. I promise you. Like, please read it. It will teach you how to like navigate even with people like this, how to maybe get them to come to realizations. But like you did your best at the moment and you were willing to do the adult thing of have the conversation. At this point, to me, it's just that Joe isn't also an adult who wants to coexist with their roommate in a mature way. I'll listen to it as in an audiobook. Yes, and I do actually believe it exists on, yeah, because I was literally listening to it. I haven't listened to it in a little bit, but this is it. It's Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. It is on Spotify. If you have Spotify Premium, I'm pretty sure you get it's not what I wanted. I'm pretty sure you get access to the audiobook automatically. So, yeah, I've been kind of cooking through it. This is a great chapter 2. Chapter 2 is incredible. Also, it's a fun book because it's literally written by the guy who reinvented like the FBI's negotiation tactics. And he has like stories of like him using these tactics in negotiation scenarios and like how he like came up with the methodology. And it's fascinating. Like sorry, I'm just glazing at this point, but there was a chapter where he talked about like one of his biggest aha moments on how you need to ask targeted questions is he was listening of like a voice recording of like a drug dealer whose girlfriend got kidnapped by another drug dealer. And he like got the kidnapper to put the girlfriend on the phone by asking her like a targeted question that had one answer, but made the kidnapper feel like he had control over the conversation. Dude, it is so good, chat. It is so good. I am just slobbing on Chris Voss right now, but I promise you, bro, this book is incredible, chat. This book is truly incredible. I recommend it for everybody. Please, please. Hey, happy birthday, Christoph. Chat, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it real quick. What was the question at hand? I forgot. Am I the a-hole for leaving my roommates? At this point, my answer is no. But let me finish up the read. Okay, so that was the end of the lore. The catalyst for me leaving was dumb, but it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. It had been a while since I'd brought anything up because I felt like it was pointless. Joe got mad at me whenever I brought up issues and always turned it back on me. Okay, and you guys were saying this, like, this is classic Darvo. It was getting to the point where I was suicidal and walking on eggshells in our own apartment. We had made plans to watch the new season of a show together, but Jane had canceled at the last second. I said that it sucks that whenever I plan something for us to do as a family, someone cancels at the last second. In parentheses, this has happened multiple times before. But Joe said, since we're bringing things up, you did X thing that really made me mad just saying, bro, like this guy, like, yeah, like, okay, then bring it up at the time, dog. Like, you didn't even bring it up specifically about Joe's behavior. You brought it up about Jane's behavior, which, by the way, not even mentioning, I'm sure Jane lives in her own personal hell being married to this guy. I again reminded him I'd like one issue dealt with at a time so everyone can feel heard, and he snapped. He said that the new way I was communicating was acting high and mighty. I felt like I was just putting boundaries in place so we could all be heard. At this point, I messaged Jane because I knew she gets anxious when Joe and I fought. I just told her I was sorry and that I didn't know what to do anymore because no matter what I said or how I said it, Joe got mad at me. I said it felt like he didn't care about my feelings and that was it for the night. Jane said she noticed my communication skills were better during this argument, which I appreciated. Like, listen, I don't know exactly the words you were saying because I do think sometimes when you use healthy therapist talk, some people do use it in a way that is kind of high and mighty. And that's something you might have to be careful of. Like, there is a little bit of like, and I do it sometimes too. Like, I'm not saying that this is like just a you problem. Like, I think everybody does. When you're trying to be like, hey, here's the way to have a healthy conversation, especially people like Joe are going to try to be like, well, you just think you're better than me. You're high and mighty. It's like, no. And therefore, maybe how you communicate that can have work. But honestly, I'm on your side, Sploot. Like, I'm going to make the assumption that you were just actively trying to be like, hey, this is how we coexist and this is how you talk about roommate issues together. And Joe is just being a fucking terrorist. His wife is more autistic than me. Oh, God. Yeah, I would probably say that wife low-key is in a bad situation. Like, I don't know what, and maybe we'll get it at the end, but like, if you still have an existing relationship with Jane, I would nurture that because there could come a day where Jane realizes she needs to leave Joe and you should be there to support her. The next day, Joe told me he didn't appreciate my message to Jane, saying I was trying to manipulate her to being on my side. I think that just further hammers in what I just said there. I explained I only said that to her because I know she hates it when we fight. And he said, and he again reiterated that it was manipulative. This was my breaking point. Yeah, I mean, bro is bringing up it is manipulative to like try to turn everything that someone's doing into manipulation. This was my breaking point. I realized nothing was going to get better and that I needed to prioritize my mental health. So I sent them a long message saying I feel like there's nothing I can do, that no matter how I communicate, it's always perceived as being high and mighty or manipulative. There was no way I could keep living in that environment where my feelings don't matter. So I told them I feel like I have no choice other than to move out. I put the ball in their court if they wanted to stay friends and told them I'd pay next month's rent until they figure out what they wanted to do. And I moved out the next weekend. I honestly think that's the best move for you. I like how you communicated it to them as well of like, no matter what I do, y'all accuse me of being high and mighty or manipulative. Like, I can't live in a situation like that. Also, high key, I think Jane needs to hear that because I guarantee Joe is doing the same shit to Jane. They no longer wanted to be friends, so I figured I'd air my grievances. So I called Joe out for never taking accountability, the pattern of him constantly reversing arguments back on me and telling me I'm manipulative. I apologized for all the things I fucked up on and then removed them from my social media platforms. Girl, this is probably the healthiest shit that you've ever done for yourself. Like, it does suck that this didn't pan out to being a good living situation for you, especially the first time you, like, living away from your parents and moving in with roommates, but I think you made the right move. Out of anything, I'm, like, proud of you for putting yourself first, identifying being in a bad situation and getting yourself out of it and not allowing some shitty man talk shit to you on some, like, Darvo shit. All I want to say is I hope you called Joe out on these things in front of Jane or in a group chat with Jane. I think that's super important more than anything. Like, I'm guessing Jane is also in a toxic, maybe even a little bit abusive situation here. Edit to add, I 100% admit that I was a jerk in the first half of the story. I'm still trying to change up my communication skills. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even think you were, like, a jerk necessarily. Like, I don't think you're a jerk if you don't have good communication skills. I think you can just work on having better communication skills, and that's an ongoing process. Like, I have interactions with my family, with people I'm dating or in relationships with my friends, where, like, I act like a jerk because sometimes your ego just gets in the way. What matters is being able to identify that ego and then backtracking and apologizing for it. You know what I'm saying? I do that with my family members and friends all the time. I think that's an important part of, like, coexisting with other human beings. He was low-key kind of awful to her. Yeah, Splutus, I hope you, oh, it was in a group chat. Okay, yeah. Like, good. Just good. Listen, you can't pull her out of the fire if she wants to stand in it. But you can make her aware that she's standing in fire. Yeah, good for you, Sploot. I hope you find some good roommates. Listen, the only time, like, okay, let me think about this. The only bad roommates I've ever had was when I lived in my college dorms. Like, I'm 0 for 2 on that shit. My junior year, I had really great roommates. Excuse me, sophomore, junior, and senior year of college, I had really great roommates, and those were my friends, like my best friends. I lived in Minnesota with, like, random roommates that I found on Facebook, and that actually went really well. I was actually very surprised by that. Like, I never had any issues with those roommates. They were great. I got super lucky. I can't recommend that you do that and get good roommates the way I did, but that was awesome. I'm from Minnesota. Hell yeah. Shout out Uptown Minneapolis, my old stomping grounds. And Ames, Iowa. Y'all get another shout out too. I fucking love Ames. I love Ames. I don't know what you do for work, Sploot, but living by yourself is very healing, if I do say so myself. I'm from Minnesota too. Wow, we got a lot of Minnesotans here. To be honest, chat, I know this isn't very glamorous, but I would recommend, like, honestly, when I moved, and I don't know how it is nowadays, but when I moved to Minneapolis 4 years ago, like, to get a 1-bedroom wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be. Like, I had a 1-bedroom at one point, it was like $895, and there were other 1-bedrooms I was looking at that were like $825. There were some studios for a little over $750. Like, to me, like, that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but, like, to me, being able to have your own space is so healing. And, like, I would recommend to a lot of people, if you have the flexibility, like, if you have a remote job or you don't have anything tying you down to the specific place that you live, go live somewhere where the rent is super cheap. It might be in the middle of nowhere. It might not be the most glamorous spot in the world, but by God, is it a great journey learning how to exist by yourself and maybe a cat. I got Beans like 7 months after I lived alone. Get me out of here, Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't recommend Oklahoma. Sorry, chat. Caveat. Move anywhere that's cheap except Oklahoma. Hey, welcome Elster Stairs. Chat, do we react to the Bricks and Minifigs CoffeeZilla video? Here's the thing. Does he start it from the beginning? Oh my God. Fuck, chat. This is a 54-minute video, bro. All right, chat. Two options here. Two options. We can react to CoffeeZilla's new video about Bricks and Minifigs. It is titled, I found the $200,000 I found the $200,000 missing Lego. We could react to this, chat. We could absolutely react to this. I was planning on reading more stories and then playing Subnautica. What do y'all want to do? But he's doing air quotes. That's true. What a crazy freeze frame. Also, the fucking camera quality on his shit like looks AI. Is that just me? I don't know. I could be wrong. Damn, some of y'all really do want. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do a poll. We're gonna do a poll because it seems pretty split, honestly. Okay, polls on YouTube. Poll is on Twitch. Go. What do y'all want? What do y'all want, chat? Oh, hi, Beans. Come here. Beans, come up here. Say hi to chat. Say hi to chat. Let's see it. Let's see what the people want. Okay, YouTube. Wow, that is split. But Stories in Subnautica is winning. What's winning on Twitch? Okay, it's winning. Stories in Subnautica is winning a lot more on Twitch. But damn, is it close on YouTube. Holy shit. 53 and 47. All right, chat. We'll continue stories. We will react to the video tomorrow. I think that's the best. That's what the people want. That's what the people want, chat. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Though I just it's so funny. I took that sip of water and I'm like, I have to pee so bad. Where's the? Oh, there it is. I was like, where's the fucking tab I'm looking for, bro? Chat, let me go pee real quick. All right, I'm gonna run some ads. And then I'm gonna go rip a fat piss, and then we'll continue reading. Okay? Be nice to each other. All right? Oh, look at the loaf. The loaf. The loaf. Beans, watch stream for me. All right? The Beaninator wants some treats. Big stretch. Beans, what are you doing, bro? Okay, chat. Beans told me it's Beans time. Sorry. Before we get into stories, it's Beans time, chat. Y'all already know how it beans. Get it? Like the name of my cat. Did you wash your hands? Of course I did, bro. Of course I did, bro. Gotta have clean hands when I finger your grandma later today. Beep beep boop boo. Yeah. Beans. It's been a minute, chat. It's been a minute since we gave the baby boy some treats. Hello, pretty boy. Beans, can you meow for chat? Beans, you gotta meow for them. You were just meowing. Hold on, wait. I'll get him ready, chat. Meow. I hope you guys could hear that, but he is meowing. I gotta, like, move. Okay, now he's not meowing, bro. What a boy. My sweetheart boy, yes. Yes, what a happy tail boy. He knows he's getting treats. All right. Okay, Beans, enough playing around. It's funny because he knows where the treats are, too. It's very silly. Oh, yeah, let's get the salmon one. I know you like your salmon. You're a salmon-y boy. A salmon-y boy, Beans. Salmon-y boy. Salmon-y boy. We can hear him purr? Hell yeah. Squeaky meow. He does have squeaky meow. Right, Beans? Good boy. What a good boy. All right, chat. We got a couple people who gifted and shit today. Chicken, thank you for the gifted subs. I think Chris gifted like 5 yesterday as well. This should come from you too. Who else, bro? We had some other big donors. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. These are from you. All right, Beans. Yeah, it's time for you to be the star of the show. Star of the show time, Mr. Beans. Okay. What? Come over here. Gotta come here, Mr. Beans. Come here. Look. Ooh. Yeah. Move a little bit. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a silly, handsome man. Yes, he is. The silliest and the handsomest. Good boy. Ugh. He's getting it all over the mic, bro. Beans, you gotta lick it off the mic, bro. Lick it off the mic. That didn't work. He just moved his head. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I'm gonna put you on a chair. Get you closer to the camera. We gotta get streamer beans. Streamer beans. Yes, you know the drill. Come on. Up here. I wonder if I can get him to hop up there with the treat. Come here. Ooh. You know what must be done, Mr. Beans. I can train him, chat. Yeah, ooh, but up here. Come on. He's like, don't make me fucking work for it, you peasant. Come here. Oh, good boy. Wow, what a good boy. Oh my god, chat, he actually fucking did it. I'm actually very impressed. Hold on, let me move you up here, okay? Whee! Chat, wait, maybe I can train Beans to do that every time. Yes, streamer Beans! Streamer Beans! Oh! I kind of just... Yay! Hold on. I gotta roll the tube up. Oosh. Oosh. Oh, yeah. There we go, buddy. We got a little extra for you. Gotta make sure you get every last drop. Here, lick the mic. Lick the mic clean, Beans. He said, no, Dad. You're gonna have to clean that shit off yourself. Hello, buddy boy. Oh. Look at that, Beans. Wow. Oh. Damn. I feel like a one-night stand. He's like, I got what I wanted. I don't need you anymore, bro. He said, I don't need you anymore. He literally said, nah, fuck your chicken strips, bro. Beans, you don't love me? Hold on, I'm gonna go pick him up. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, buddy. I want to make sure he doesn't feel like I'm holding him here hostage. They love you, Beans. They just want to see more of you. They think you're so pretty and so handsome. Oh, is it time? Oh, is it time to go? Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Beans. What a silly guy you are. You're literally the silliest boy. He is a cute... Oh, bless you. You got another sneeze for chat, Beans? No sneezes for chat. Oh. Not for free, Beans. Not for free. Oh, did you guys hear the sneeze? Did you guys hear the sneeze? He looked chunkier since the last time I saw him. Fuck, dude. I've been trying not to overfeed him. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I give him a lot of treats. Okay? I watched this video where this guy was like, you can train your cat to do stuff. You just have to only give them treats when you're training them. No exceptions. And I was like, oh, so Beans is never going to be trained. Like, I'm so sorry, bro. I love my cat too much. I love giving him little treats. All right? He looks at me all cute. You deserve a treat. We're just laying around doing nothing. You deserve a treat. My friend comes over, wants to give Beans a treat. Yeah, sure, why not? Would Beans use one of those cat wheels? Absolutely not. I have low faith that Beans would ever use one of those cat wheels, bro. He deserves treats for existing. I agree. You're training him to be cute. You're totally right. Although I will say, getting him to jump up on this chair, elite moves. There are some things that I can train Beans on. Like, for example, when I take him outside, I've been giving him treats on a plate, and it is getting easier to put on his harness. Like, I think he understands now that it's like a good thing for him. Although I did not take Beans outside today, and that's on me. Ben, show hole. Okay, so Dragon, you know what? Actually, arguably better than you guys asking my cat to show hole. At least I'm a human. Chat, I'm such a chud. The dumpling slipped off my chopsticks. Fuck, a dumpling sounds so good. Why are we asking to show hole? Addy, are you new here? Don't act brand new. You know how my chat is. When a cat shows hole, it means they love you. That's true. The only time they're showing hole is when they have happy tail. And happy tail is good for the brand. That means Beans is happy. I say as he totally fucking just left. Beans has left the room. He got what he wanted. And now it's... I don't even know where he went or what he's doing. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go throw this away. And then we'll continue with stories. Oh, it's lookout window time. Beans is looking out the window at the pool. There's nobody at the pool, so I don't really know why he's like looking out as if some crazy shit's happening. Like, he's literally watching nothing, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I love like living in the community that I live in, and like I love being close to the pool and close to like everything, but like at the same time, I forgot during the summer there's so many kids at the pool, like all the time. And I'm like, God damn, like they're so loud. They're so loud. Super loud. There are some cute Beans emotes. I just need to fucking upload them. Shout out Loafcat. Loafcat helped make some cutie emotes. Loafcat made some cutie emotes. I'm just a dumbass. You know? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Yes. Oh, Amy, thank you for the 1 month tier 1, or excuse me, the 1 month gifted sub to Golden Dot. Hell yeah. Bro, it is crazy. Like, you could just come and hang out my stream for one day and you'll probably get gifted a sub, bro. That's just how we do it here, chat. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Alrighty, chat. I gotta rock and rip and rock, chat. All right, I'm thinking 1 or 2 more stories. I'm not gonna lie, I think this one's long. Yeah, maybe. Oh wow, this one's really oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, wait, we might not be able to take this one on today. What was this? Update 2? That was a lot of scrolling though. Okay, the original post is short. Okay, so maybe if we don't spend a lot of time on the original post. Wait. Oh, okay. I don't want to read that one today. Okay, this one's kind of a crazy one too, chat. Although I don't know. Hold on, I gotta think of the... This one's crazy. I could use that as a title. That one would be a good title. That one would also be a good title. Okay, I have a lot of good title stories. Okay, I'm just gonna read this one, chat. I think this is the move. Chat, I gotta pee. Can y'all watch my ground beef? Chat, don't everybody stop what you're doing and watch Scully Dog's ground beef. Okay, Scully Dog is back, chat. We're good. Oh my God, bro. Tacos sound so good. Oh my God, it's Wednesday. I missed Taco Tuesday. No! Worst day ever, chat. I haven't participated in a Taco Tuesday in a fat minute. I want to go to a Taco Tuesday so bad. Oh, wait, what? Really? Fuck. Sorry, guys. Oh, shit, it is at 10:30. Fuck, I actually have to get up at a reasonable time tomorrow. Or not be eepy by a reasonable time. Sorry, guys, I was coordinating hockey with my friend. We thought we had time to work out together beforehand, but hockey is at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm like, oh! Every day is Taco Tuesday? I wish that were true. It's not. That's not true. Unfortunately. Not true, chat. Not true. Why am I putting on my headphones? What the fuck? All right, let me get reading. My 80 sorry guys. I actually just got the notification while I was peeing that my new prescription is ready. My old amount of ADHD meds. I've been raw dogging it. I've been raw dogging no meds, and it definitely makes everything a little bit harder to focus on. So bear with me, but I'll probably go pick that up after I stream. So, alrighty, chat. One more story and then Subnautica time. Chat, if you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We got 87 people watching, 78 likes. That's actually pretty damn good. But if you haven't liked up the stream, please do so. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow. No matter where you're at, turn on the post notification so you can be notified whenever I go live, baby. All right? Okay? All right? Sorry, guys. I should specify. I don't start and stop the stream for every new story. I do it for just the batch of stories that I do. So there's really no point in me starting and stopping this. I appreciate the reminder, but the reminder needs to be at the end of the yapping sessions. All right, chat? Okay? But I appreciate that, humble punk queen. You misunderstood the assignment, but I still but it's like 80%. Like you would still get a B. Oh, never mind. I'll stop yelling. No. Continue to yell. Just yell at the right time. I need that. I need that support and that help. Okay, chat. Here we go. Little best of Redditor updates post submitted by Total Trash Mammal 18. I'm not really a cat person. How do I gently stop my neighbor's cat from bringing me dead things? We have originally posted to r/cats on September 11th, 2024. Really? You really gonna complain about a mouse? Or excuse me, you're gonna complain about a cat on 9/11? God forbid, chat. God forbid. I've got a pretty large property and don't mind the neighbor's cats hanging out, chasing mice and other things, but it's constantly walking right up to me and bringing me dead things when I'm outside. I don't feed the cat and barely pay any attention to it except when it rubs up against me and purrs. I'll give it a quick pat and move on to whatever I was doing, gardening, etc. Otherwise, I basically ignore it. Anyways, the frequency of dead things plopped at my feet has gotten to almost every day. I don't want to be mean or scared or anything. It's welcome to relax or prowl the yard. It's welcome to relax or prowl the yard, but it's a long walk from one of the yard to my trash cans to dispose of things it brings. It's getting old really fast. Chad, isn't it like a sign of endearment from a cat if they bring you dead things? Also, isn't it low-key a diss? Because aren't they like, I didn't think that you were strong enough to feed yourself. So I went out of my own way to give you a dead thing that you could eat. Isn't that, am I wrong? I could have sworn, I saw it on TikTok once. I could be wrong though. Yeah, here you go, useless human. I bring you food. No, for real. Like, that's so funny. I hope all the comments are like, bro, this cat is saying, you ain't shit, dog. Which is so fun, by the way. I think that's so funner for a cat to talk shit like that. They think you're their child and they don't think you can hunt, so they get you food. Listen, all I'm saying, bro, is like, if you have a cat running around killing mice for you and stuff, like keeping animals away from your garden or from your property and stuff that like you wouldn't want, the least you can do is deal with it bringing a dead thing to you every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, chat, to me, this is no different than like when your kid comes up to you with some like fuck ass ugly painting and they're like, mommy, look what I did. And you have to pretend like that's the best painting you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, this is their version of that. Like, you just got to be like, oh, good job. And then you fucking throw the thing away. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro is keeping your yard policed from having too much mice. Give the guy a treat, send him on his way, maybe get like a little trash bin that you can keep nearby. If the cat keeps dropping the dead thing in the same exact spot, you can just throw it in the bin and then like mass take it over, you know? Not Sarby calling me out for what? What did I call you? In what part of what I just said is calling you out? My mom still has my childhood shitty pottery from art class. Oh, no, for real. My mom still has like a bunch of my dumb shit. And I love that, by the way, chat. It's really cute. What up, Chonchilat? I can't say your name. I'm going to call you Chonch. What up, Chonch? Okay. Oh, I made the ugliest things as kids. I think we all did. We all did, bro. There was no kid out here like whipping up a Mona Lisa. I had some stick figures and like a poorly drawn dog. I had that like that hand turkey that you make. Alrighty, chat. Let's get to the updates. Update 1 comes September 12th, 2024, so a day later. In a nutshell, the neighbor's cat keeps bringing me dead things almost daily. I don't hate cats, but cats are just not my jam. Sorry, sub, no offense. If cats are around, cool, no big deal. I'm an animal lover. I have no issues with the cat itself. It's welcomed in my yard to do as it pleases, and I practically ignore it unless it goes out of its way to come up to me. I'll give it a quick pat or a scratch and move on to many things I have to do in my yard. I forgot to mention the actual issue is not that it brings me dead things, but the dead things it has brought me, I didn't find right away, and it attracts ants. Where I'm at, ants can pop out of nowhere in the hundreds or more if dead things are not disposed of quickly. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's like, okay, well then, like, how is this any different from something like dying on your property and you don't find it? You know what I'm saying? And then ants come anyways, like, I don't know. Let's keep reading. This summer, I've been at war with ants and they are such a pain to deal with, especially if they're swarming the dead things left by the cat. Then lugging the dead thing over to the trap, then lugging the dead thing, way over. Oh, okay. Then lugging the dead thing way over to the trash cans is also a huge pain. I've been working hard to get the yard landscaped the way I want it. I planted specific flowers to attract birds, butterflies, small wildlife. It's gotten close to looking like a little sanctuary. It requires a lot of maintenance as I clean daily, any seeds not eaten in the feeders, mowing, trimming, etc. The cat walking around in the yard is no issue for me, as it seems not to bother any of the small wildlife except for mice and seems to enjoy the yard versus its owner's yard for some reason. It's an older cat, and I don't think it's an older cat, and I don't think it's right to spray it with a water bottle or try to scare it or be mean to it, as some suggested here. Really? That's what people suggested? I don't know. My suggestion was more along the lines of like, hey, bro, you got a cat doing free labor for you. Like, to be honest, I don't understand how disposing of a dead mouse is like any different than any of these other little things you do around your yard. I don't know, maybe more conveniently place your trash cans so you can throw them away faster? I called my vet to get their advice, and he said to soak cotton balls 1-to-1 with food-grade vinegar and water and lightly dab my wrists, neck, ankles, shoes, etc. The vet said the vinegar is totally safe for the cat, but cats don't like the vinegar and will associate the scent with me and, in theory, should stop approaching me and will likely give up trying to give me dead things. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. The vet said it might be a good idea. The vet said it might be a good idea to actually lure the cat to me with a simple treat to make sure it approaches me, smell me, dislike it, and leave. So one quick stop at the market for vinegar, cotton balls, cat treats, and dabbing myself all over like my cat advised, and I'm good to go. Voila! Problem solved, right? Nope. My beloved dog wouldn't even come up to me the entire rest of the day. Ooh. L number 1. Number 2, my wife said I stunk and demanded a shower. I told her I still had a lot of chores outside in the yard, and she said I can't step into the house until I showered. I told her I would shower after my chores. 3, the cat showed up as usual and brought me another dead thing, in parentheses, a partial grasshopper this time. And I did what the vet said and gave it to the cat. And I did what the vet said and gave it the cat treat. I feel like that's a terrible time to do that. Because from my understanding with cats, if they do something and then you give them a treat afterwards, that just signals to them that what they're doing is a good thing. It not only approached me and didn't flinch at all at my smell, but went crazy purring and rubbing up against me after I gave it the treat. Like purring so hard I could feel the reverberations when it rubbed against my pant leg. Unusually, the damn cat followed me around most of the day and kept interfering with what I was doing, pruning, sweeping, etc. Running in front of me while I'm carrying things to the wheelbarrow, zipping between my legs, laying down right where I'm about to trim. I'd gently move him, and the little bastard kept coming back. I'd make sure I'd hold out my wrist for it to smell, and that did jack shit. Cat didn't even care or seem to notice the vinegar smell. I mean, chat, is the right answer to go to your neighbor and be like, hey, can I own this cat? Like, the cat really seems to like OP. I know OP isn't a cat person, but maybe you have to be, dog. This cat loves bro. I think at that point, it's just like, okay, I don't want it to keep bringing me dead things from inside. Let me see if I can own this, or excuse me, I don't want this cat to bring me dead things from outside. Let me see if I can own this cat and then keep it inside. I feel like that's the only plausible answer. Other than that, you might just have to deal with dead things. 4, I did a lot of work in the yard, but still had more to do, so I was going to go and take a quick nap on the couch and then get back to the yard, but my wife wouldn't let any of it. Oh, sorry. But my wife wouldn't have any of it and kicked me out. She told me to go nap near the pool in the nice shaded area I had set up with lawn furniture and a hammock. Didn't want to argue with the boss, so I went to the hammock. Took a nice nap, only to wake up to find the fucking cat sleeping on my chest, purring at... Oh, sorry. Took a nice nap, only to wake up to find the fucking cat sleeping on my chest, purring. Ass right in my face. Been there. Show butthole beans. Always got his damn ass in my face, bro. I gently let it down on the ground so I could get back to my yard work, and right there under the hammock, another dead thing, the cat laughed for me. And right there under the hammock, And right there under the hammock, another dead thing the cat left for me, covered in hundreds of ants. Fuck my life. I give up. I think that's what you have to do, bro. This is your cat, man. I think this is just another yard work task, man. Get some ant killer. You know, like they make those little circle pod things where the ants go in and they take the food and they take it back to the queen, so it kills the queen and then it kills all the rest of the ants because they can't reproduce. Like, bro, just do that. Keep the cat around. The cat's doing you a favor, bro. And the cat loves you. I'm sorry, chat. Even if it's ass in face, waking up with your cat cuddling next to you doesn't get any better than that. The kitty has claimed it's human. No, actually, though. That's OP's cat now, bro. He doesn't make the rules, the cat does. Number one rule of owning a cat. That's so funny. I love the fact that he, like, listened to the vet and it kind of didn't work, but also he did it in a way, pretty much the only way that you could communicate to a cat that what they're doing, you appreciate. That's good. That's real good. I would feel so happy if a cat claimed me like that. No, for real. It's kind of nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I would really love if the cat distribution system happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a cat came up to me and was like, you must take me in and feed me every day of my life. And I'll be like, you're so right, bestie. Come here. I have a brother for you. It doesn't work. That's not true, Death Pants. Don't get me wrong. Sounds like you're in a very ant-filled place, but I had ants in my Minneapolis apartment. I got one of those round thingies. I set up like one in my room and one in my living room, and that I never had an ant problem ever again. Them bitches knew not to come to my apartment. Maybe they went to another apartment, but they knew they were going to get murked in mine. That's how we got our second cat. Lady Chicken found her under the car. I'm so jealous, Chicken Sandwich. Please, cat distribution gods, give me a kibby. Please. I need it. I need it. Blip. Beans is kicking up litter in his litter box, bro. Oh, Marie, are you here? Oh my God, bro. You walked in and everything? Oh, I got you. All right, hold on, chat. Wait, you want to come say hi real quick? Wait, go say hi to chat real quick.
Hi. Hi, guys. I'm Marie. Nice to meet you guys. Okay, bye. Yeah.
Or here, I'll close the door too so you can't see very well. I'm gonna if the TikTok thing well, no, beats. Okay. Okay, buddy. You're getting territorial. Oh, but yeah, just let me know. Perfect. I'll leave my door open now that I'm not locking Beans in here. Sorry, chat. Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. Marie is doing social media management and personal assistant stuff for me. Yep. I forgot to unlock my computer for her. I hate that so many people have outdoor cats. They have half the lifespan and have driven so many species of birds to extinction. I don't disagree with you. I didn't know that they drove species of birds to extinction. It's just funny because whenever I take Beans out, like, he is the worst. Like, he is the worst, like, cat hunter or whatever. Or, excuse me, bird hunter. Is she gonna get you shelves? That's definitely on her list. It is on the list of things that we need to do. She just needs to figure out the posting stuff first. You know? Chat, by the way, can y'all let me know if, like, stream is glitching or, like, buffering too much or anything? Let me know. I have her uploading stuff for me, like posting TikToks and Snapchats and stuff. So this is uncharted territories. I don't know if my internet is good enough to do this because Cox sucks and I don't have access to fiber internet where I live. They're born to hunt unless their name is Beans. No, for real. I love taking him on his little walks on his leash though, bro. So cutie. Yeah. She will be getting me, helping me pick shelves eventually. So much effort, so much work. We have talked about it. It's on the list of things to do. It's just not high on the priority. But chat, let's keep it going, okay? Okay. Little update 2 time. I think this one's the one that's like super long. Yeah, holy fucking shit. Okay. We got to strap in for this update 2, chat. If you guys are on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. We actually have 88 people watching, 82 likes. That's pretty damn good. But if you're one of the 6 people who haven't liked the stream yet, please do so. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure to follow. No matter where you're at, though, turn on the post noties so you can be notified whenever I go live. Update 2, September 22nd, 2024. 10 days after the first update? Yeah, 11 days after the original post. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who gave sincere, well-meaning advice here, as when I say I'm not a cat person, I really mean I'm not a cat person. I don't dislike cats, but I've always grown up with dogs, and other than bumping into the occasional cat in the periphery, I have almost no knowledge other than the basic guy off the street. There seems to be some conflicting advice in the thread. Ignore the cat, pick the cat up constantly, feed the cat, don't feed the cat. Instead of vinegar, try citrus. Instead of vinegar, try citrus. No, try peppermint instead of citrus. Eat in front of the cat, etc. To answer a couple of questions from the thread. Maybe the cat belonged to the previous owner of the house and is hung around. Nope. I've owned the property for over 20 years. I had the former dilapidated house demolished, and over the decades slowly added the main house, 2 small guest houses, the pool house, etc. Damn, OP's got money like that. Shit. And you can't pay for an exterminator to come out there and exterminate some ants? Like, come on, bro. The cat literally showed up on the day the new neighbor below the hill moved with their stuff. I simply connected the dots. Are there any poisonous plants in my landscaped yard? To my knowledge, no. I have a dog who I would take a bullet for, and when I hired the landscape architect and arborist, I made sure to request nothing. I made sure to request nothing would be planted that would harm my dog or any of the local wildlife, but at the same time, I wanted to attract butterflies, hummingbirds, etc. For the same reason, despite it being a really easy solution to my ginormous ant problem, I refuse to use chemicals/pesticides in the yard. Oh, okay. Well, then I retract the exterminator statement. Trial and error. Advice from the thread that worked or didn't work. Citrus and peppermint. First of all, I wasn't going to make the same mistake again of putting on a scent that would upset my dog. The day I tried the vinegar, my dog tried to avoid me all day and would only begrudgingly come to me when I insisted and called him over. The only citrus I had around was some strong citrus soap smell from one of the wife's fancy soaps she has all over the house. Tried it around the cat. Nothing. Didn't deter the cat at all. I didn't try peppermint because I don't like the smell of peppermint myself. What? That's crazy. I thought everybody liked the smell of peppermint. It's just, it's minty. Like, how do you not like that? Ignore the cat completely. This is impossible. The damn cat refused to be ignored. The more I ignored it, the more it would walk in my path. Lay down exactly where I'm working in the yard. Follow me constantly. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about people who recommended doing that. That's, like, I'm assuming these are cat owners and r/cats. Like, I mean, Beans is the same way. If you try to ignore a cat, it will make sure that it is seen by you. Eat in front of the cat, but under no circumstances do I feed the cat. Didn't work. The cat would just stare at me and bob its head back and forth, intently watching whatever I was eating, then bob its eyes to my mouth and just watch me chew. Still brought me dead things. I was strong, held my ground. I didn't feed the cat, even though I'm pretty sure it was asking for a bite of whatever I was eating at the time. Chat, what's the logic of this? I eat in front of Beans all the time. He does not care. Like, is there some scientific, like, if you eat in front of your cat and don't give it food, it'll deem you not worthy of its presence? Like, what is the logic behind that? Oh, it's telling the cat you don't need food. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. Love bomb the cat. Constantly pick it up. Go over the top to pay attention to it. The people who gave this to the people who gave this piece of advice, if you were trying to help, then thank you. If you were trolling, then congratulations, you got me good. Not only did smothering the cat with affection and constantly picking up not work, it backfired hard. The cat became obnoxiously clingy and would demand I pick it up and give scritches, constantly interrupting what I'm doing. Sometimes it won't stop meowing incessantly until I do a quick pickup and scratch. I'd put it back down only to have it do the same thing less than an hour later. Man, I'm busy. I don't have time for this. So up to this point, basically nothing worked. After trying some of the thread's advice, significantly worse. I'm convinced this thread was just trying to troll OP. Cat still came around every day. Every day still brought me dead things, followed me everywhere. But now, every now and then, I gotta pick it up to rub its tummy / give it a scritch to hit the reset button so it'll stop meowing at me. It incessantly follows me. There was only one day where I didn't see the cat, or so I thought. Uh-oh. Okay, but also, bro, how do you do all this shit and not become a cat person? Like, bro, this little guy is just following you around, giving you love and showing you love in its own way. And you're like giving it scritches. It wants to nap with you. Like, you're fighting it. You're fighting it. You're fighting it at this point, bro. You have to give in at this point. That is your cat. There was only one single day where I didn't see the cat, or so I thought. I left really early in the morning to go pick things up I needed from the Home Depot. Dropped by my local nursery to pick up their good secret sauce compost. Basically run a bunch of errands. Came back in the afternoon and went about my chores in the yard, and as the hours passed, it hit me. No cat. Not a peep. Nothing trying to trip me as I carried things from the wheelbarrow. No demands for a pickup scritch and release. Nothing. I just I just shrugged my shoulders at my good fortune of finally working in peace. It was getting late and I was hungry, and since I told my wife I was running errands, I guess she assumed I would pick something up to eat. I guess she assumed I would pick up something to eat out, and she didn't pack anything for me. Headed back to the house, and I was opening the kitchen sliding door. There, sleeping in my wife's lap, as she's petting it and watching TV, is the goddamn cat. I fuck with your wife, bro. She gets it. She gets it. That's your cat now, man. Or I guess your wife's cat. Oh, hell nah. My wife looked up and smiled at me, then quickly frowned and said, "What's wrong?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "When you came in, your jaw dropped and you mouthed, 'Son of a bitch.'" OP, why would you let that cat in the house? Wife, why wouldn't I? Poor thing was outside rubbing up against the glass door and meowing bloody murder. It was obviously hungry and thirsty. OP, oh my God, you didn't feed the cat, did you? Wife, of course I did. You think I'm going to let a helpless animal go hungry or be thirsty at my door? I thought I was going to have an aneurysm. All I could think about was the movie Gremlins, when you were firmly warned never to feed the thing past midnight or else you're fucked. Now my wife has done it. She's fed the damn cat. I'm fucked. Yeah, bro, that's your wife's cat now. And by extension, yours. Accept your fate, bro. Stop fighting it. Also, I love that Chicken Sandwich is typing in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat. Like back to back, by the way. Here's Chicken Sandwich on YouTube, W wife. Chicken Sandwich on Twitch, W wife. Chicken Sandwich, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Thank you. I appreciate the support from both platforms. If only y'all would follow in Chicken's footsteps. You know what I'm saying? OP, this is the little bastard that has been giving me headaches with the ants for weeks by bringing me dead things. Wife, what are you talking about? It just showed up today. Me, holy shit. I just realized all this time, I don't think I actually ever directly mentioned the cat to my wife. I have a few acres of land, and the land is nicely landscaped and partitioned with very small trees to break up the line of sight, as the landscape architect said. To give a sense of walking in a manicured forest and not knowing what is around the corners until you turn and see the different kinds of landscapes on the property. Okay, side note, completely irrelevant to the story. This sounds like a really sick piece of property. Not to like schlob on OP shit, but they did a really great job making their property sound really fucking cool. If I go on YouTube, I'm using my Discord Kitten account. You know what, Raya? That is a sacrifice we are willing to make if that means that I get an extra viewer on YouTube. And I say we because clearly I'm the one sacrificing the most here. I've been working on the far end of the property, and that's where the cat shows up. She never saw the cat until today. OP, wait a minute. That day I came in with the vinegar smell and you wouldn't let me in the house. That's because I was trying to make the cat keep away from me. Exactly at this point, the cat woke up and saw me, hopped off my wife's lap, and started purring loud like a motorboat and rubbing hard against my legs. Bro, that's your cat. Like, that is your cat. Wife, that's why? Oh my God, why didn't you ask Kevin for advice before trying something that stupid? Kevin is our vet. I've known him, his wife, and kids for years. Wait, isn't that the guy who recommended it? Maybe it wasn't Kevin, but he said it was a vet who recommended the vinegar thing, right? Yeah, I called my vet to get advice. Wouldn't that be Kevin? Kevin is our vet, and I've known him, his wife, and kids for years. He comes over every now and then, and we play video games in my man cave or shoot pool while the wives are doing who knows what. OP, it was Kevin who told me to do the vinegar. My wife literally rolled her eyes. Wife, I can't believe you two are doctors. I'm a retired anesthesiologist. That was some dumb advice. Okay, does the wife know how to cook here? Like, what is the wife's solution? I mean, listen, bro, we're already halfway there. I think the actual solution here is you just keep the cat. Clearly loves you. Now it's an indoor cat, and it shouldn't bring you dead things. And if it does, you probably didn't want that thing alive in your house anyways. Like, don't get me wrong, mice are cute. We should try to keep them alive if we can, especially if they're outside, but like, we don't want a mouse in the house. OP, I know it didn't work at all, so I went to an internet forum and asked for advice. My wife literally laughed in my face. Wife, you asked complete strangers on the internet for advice, and how did that work out for you? OP, not so good. Anyways, I'm going to take care of this right now and take the cat back to its owners. It belongs to the new family who moved in down the hill. I gently grabbed the little bastard who was all happy and smug, hopped in the truck and rang the neighbor's sorry guys, I've been reading for a while. We need water. Water! I am a mouse in the house. I'm in Sarby's walls. Honestly, Raya, you a little fucking creepy stalker serial killer. I wouldn't be surprised if you live in my walls, bro. For real, for real. You probably got your Tinder dates in there too, huh? And we support it. It's my 6-month mod-iversary. Raya, I feel like you've been a mod for longer. Didn't I, like, take away your modship? Hey, I'm only on Hinge. Oh, my bad. Honestly, let's be real, guys. Hinge is just Tinder with a better UI. Okay? It's not that much better than it's not that much better than Tinder at this point. Chat, what if I took away Raya's modship so that the 6-month mod-iversary restarts? Chat, I could do the funniest thing right now. I could do the funniest thing. I could do the funniest thing right now, chat. 5 gifted and I'll do it. Just me selling my mod out. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't give me 5 gifted. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. We have unlocked Dictator Sarby. I feel like that's always unlocked. Dictator Sarby is always here. I just choose when he shows face, you know? UI is user interface. It's just the layout of the app. No, Dragon! Chat, we've scammed Dragon. Let's go! Damn, Dragon really wanted Raya to catch that smoke, though. God damn! God damn, bro! That's some real smoke right there. Random, but Sarby, why does your camera cost as much as my rent? Kami, I don't think I've updated my camera. I actually think it probably costs like 3x your rent now. I'm not gonna lie, I upgraded my camera, bro. Does it still have the old camera? I don't think I ever updated it. Is that on YouTube? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I never updated my camera. Shout out the Sony FX30. This shit rips. I would only recommend it if you're making money off of content. I mean, that's why. Like, I just need a good camera. Like, I should get a good camera because this is my job. All right? Okay? CoffeeZilla's video was so goated. Wait, Mitch Sona, you fucking didn't come to stream and you watched CoffeeZilla's video instead? We'll react to it tomorrow, I swear. We'll react to it tomorrow. It literally dropped like right when I started streaming, bro. Or like right before. But now you're giving me FOMO. Dragon coming after Raya is so fun. I'm going to time out Dragon. That's so funny. Now Raya's abusing her mod shit, bro. You know what? I respect it. Raya, abuse your mod shit more, okay? I give you permission. Dragon, thank you for the 5 gifted. If you guys got a gifted sub from Dragon, you better be saying thank you. Shoulder, Wezer, Lezer, Miss Amanders, Enchanted Anna, and Written in the Stars. Y'all got some thank yous to throw out, all right? We have good manners and good manners only in this chat. Okay? All right? Okay? Chat, let me keep going. There's so much left to this. I gently grabbed the little bastard who was all happy and smug, hopped in the truck, and rang the neighbor's doorbell. The day after they moved in, my wife and I introduced ourselves and gave them a small gift card to Home Depot and some of my wife's really good homemade brownies. Okay, I was gonna say the small gift card to Home Depot thing is such a man gift. Other than that, I haven't talked to them. The wife answered the door and the husband was sitting at their table in the back and waved to me. I reintroduced myself while holding their cat and told them I'm bringing it back as it's been coming over to my yard every day. I was about to follow another thread suggestion and ask them if they could please consider putting a bell and collar on their cat so it would have a hard time catching things and bringing their corpses to me, when their wife said, "That's not our cat. We don't have a cat." All the air left my lungs. If I thought I was going to have an aneurysm before, now I'm sure I'm going to have a stroke as well. No fucking way this isn't their cat. Yeah, bro, that's your cat. We've been saying. Sorry, dog. Bro chose you. You. Surprise, surprise. The cat is yours. Accept your fate. Stop fighting it. A million things was going through my head, and a number one on that list is I call bullshit. There's no fucking way. I live on a small cul-de-sac. I am the only house on the top of the hill because I own the entire damn top. I've known all the few neighbors for years. The cat doesn't belong to any of them. This cat literally showed up on the day they were moved. This cat literally showed up on the day they moved their stuff in. I was thinking these guys are fucking evil douchebags who dumped their cat and tried to deny it. Okay, bro. Like, these are crazy accusations. Like, just take the cat. It's a win. The words just plopped out of my mouth and I instantly felt like an idiot. Are you sure? Wife looked a little taken aback and said, "That's not our cat." She sounded sincere and her face looked convincing. The husband came to the door and said, "Is there something wrong?" I said, "I thought this was your cat and was bringing it back to you. It showed up the day you guys moved in." The husband said, "That's not our cat." Oh, you know what? I wonder if OP might have the right instinct here, but he's blaming the wrong people. I wonder if the people who moved in, I wonder if the people that lived in the house prior, who these people moved into, this was their indoor cat. And before they left, they were like, "We don't want to take this cat with us." And they just left the cat outside. I think OP has the right instincts, but I'm guessing that's what happened here. The husband said, "That's not our cat. I've seen it walking around, but I think it belongs to one of the neighbors." He also looked sincere. Are they just world-class bullshitters? There's no way this isn't their cat. What are the odds? Their little kid, who looked like she was maybe 4 years old or so, came to the door and smiled at me and the cat. Okay, here we go. Kids don't bullshit. They are brutally fucking honest. And if this is their cat, this kid is going to spill it right there and then. Nope. The kid's all like, "A kitty." This kid had no idea of this cat. This cat isn't theirs. I could only think, oh my God, fuck. Okay, bro, you're fighting it too hard. Just take the cat. You're a cat man now. I don't know what to tell you. I sheepishly apologized for the error and left with the little bastard. It was before 5, so I called Kevin, the vet, and told him I'm bringing the cat over to see if it has a chip. I dropped by his clinic. They scanned the cat. No chip. Kevin examined the cat and estimated it is around 7 or 8 years old. Said there's no way this is a feral street cat, as this cat is broken and way too used to being around people. Damn, broken is a wild way to put that. What do you mean broken? Is something wrong? Kevin said, no, nothing like that. I mean this. He took the cat from me and cradled it on its back. It just stared at him calmly. He put it on the table on its back and gently rubbed both hind legs and pumped them up and down and went chugga 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 choo choo. I also do that with Beans. He does not like it, but I do be doing that to Beans. The cat just looked back and blinked at him. See? Broken. I had no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, so usually cats don't do that unless they've been sincerely desensitized by humans. Cats are weary of complete strangers, even house cats that have been around people all their lives. Cats don't just let anyone walk up to them, pick them up, and they never let a stranger just put them on their back, exposing their vulnerable abdomen, and let them reposition them like a G.I. Joe action figure with the kung fu grip like this one does. So what? So it's just really super friendly. Kevin, you're not getting it. I've never seen a cat as chill as this cat. No one has. They don't make cats like this. This cat literally gives zero fucks, even to its own peril. Even the techs noticed it. They were just passing this cat around and putting it in all positions, holding it, petting it. This cat didn't give a fuck. This goes way beyond being just friendly. It's broken, man, but like in a good way. Maybe it's just developmentally disabled? Bro knows nothing about cats. Kevin, nope, that I can just tell. In fact, I think it's probably above average intelligence. What makes you say that? OP replied, what makes you say that? Kevin says, it somehow wiggled its way into your life and got your dumbass here, didn't it? Kevin just tells it like it is. Bro, that is, you guys are saying it in chat, that is the perfect cat, by the way. Like, I love Beans. Beans is not like that. Beans is kind of a diva. We love diva Beans. But, like, I would love a cat that I could just, you know, play with its legs and it just looks at me like, and it just looks at me with its dumb eyes and accepts its fate. You know what I'm saying? Like, those cats are kind of cool, too. OP, but I don't like cats. Kevin, I know. It's played the long con on you. He was smiling his ass off like it was Christmas. Like I said, smart. OP, but I don't want a cat. Don't you know anyone who will take it? Kevin, absolutely. The tech already offered. She's in love with it, and the other tech wants it too. But here's the thing. OP replied, what? Kevin took the cat and plopped it in my arms. It looked up at me with those big dumb eyes and started purring really loud. He took the cat back. Purring stopped. Cat just looked at him. He put the cat back in my arms. It started purring again. Kevin, see, this cat has a major hard-on for you. Okay, whoa, wow. Crazy way to put that. Whoa, this is a cat we're talking about, bro. All right, y'all are on the same wavelength of my chat telling my cat to show hole, okay? Inappro, bro. Yeah, Shrek for life. I'm looking at you. Mr. Origin of the show hole to my cat. Okay, there's no evidence. Oh, me catching strays? This isn't strays. You've brought this upon yourself. Not me catching strays. Like you haven't been a show hole instigator for the entirety of your support in my streams. There it is, chat. Look at what he does. Look at what he does to that one guy in my subreddit saying I'm the one who's always trying to have my cat show hole on stream. No. I protect my baby boy. I protect him. It is Shrek for life. It is Lego my ego. All right? I'm the victim here. And Beans. Okay, except for when Dragon takes it, I don't even know, further or maybe more back. I can't really decide, and tells me to show hole. Like, okay, all right. You know what, Dragon? I might. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I didn't take my ADHD meds today. I'm sorry. Okay, wait, let me keep reading this. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but my 2 cents, it would be cruel to separate this cat from you. Look, if you really don't want the cat, I can have literally a bazillion ladies in 2 seconds here busting down this door for this cat. At least you told me you didn't feed it. I told him my wife OP. OP then filled in Kevin that OP's wife already did feed the cat and she really liked the cat. Kevin said, "Oh man, you're fucked." Yeah, bro, you can't take that cat away from not only you, but your wife. Like, come on, bro. That's cruel and unusual. So I bring the cat back home. I told my wife everything. My wife has a grin ear to ear. Wife, okay, good. She grabbed the cat and it just snuggled up to her. The little kiss ass. There's still time to go to PetSmart and get some things. And while you're there, you can get one of those cat flappy doors for the kitchen. Bro is fighting his fate so bad. Like, dude, you got the, like, literally probably one of the best cats you could probably get forever. And you'll get brownie points with your wife. Like, just take the win, dog. Sarby protects his cat like bricks and minifigs protects their stolen Lego sets. You right, Splootish? Except for, well, I guess I did. I guess technically, whenever you get a cat, you are stealing that cat from its mother. I don't want to think about it too hard, chat. That makes me a little sad. I told her, hell no. This cat has already given me major headaches with ants outside. I don't want it coming in the house. I looked her straight in the eyes and said 100% no to the cat door. I crossed my arms, 1,000% no. She narrowed her eyes at me. Anyways, we're at PetSmart and she's looking for outfits for the cat and I'm in the pet door section. This isn't the type of cat that would let you dress it up. I'm not gonna lie. The only consolation prize is she let me name the cat. I named it what she thought was LB. I told her it sounds cute like Elmo and she went with it. It actually is LB for little bastard. Sorry, let me rephrase that because some people are just gonna be listening to this. It's actually the letter L and the letter B, which stands for little bastard. I giggled inside when I call its name. Oh, sorry. I giggle inside when I call its name. P.S. LB has stopped bringing me dead things since being inside most of the time. Chad, isn't that what I said from the beginning? That should have been the answer. This is your cat now, bro. Bring it inside. It'll stop. And it sounds like a sweetie. It has already destroyed my Newton's cradle I've had for years in my office. Stolen one of my Chewbacca slippers, which I still haven't found, and I still often wake up after napping. And I still often wake up after napping with him sleeping on my chest, ass right in my face. FML, I give up. Oh, stop it, bro. You love it. You love it. That's just, hey, Beans be showing me his butt. That's I think that's endearment from a cat, low key. That's how you know you're accepted. Sorry, bro. That's just how it goes. Well, I'm going to check if there's any other updates on this from this OP. Chat, you know this is a real person too? Because, like, they still posting on Reddit, just not related to that cat. Gameloft needs to put in clear warnings if chair/benches and premium shop items that include them can't be used. I don't even know what this is, bro. Bro, I don't care. Tell me how your cat is doing. Oh, wait. Update to the update. Oh, wait, no. Wait, yes, chat, this is another update. Wait, why wasn't this included? Wait, is this? Wait. Okay, no, but this one has pictures. I mean, chat, we could have guessed that it was an orange boy. So cute. Like, bro, how was he fighting affection from this sweet little guy? He's just a sweet guy. He kind of has Beans' coloring a little bit. Like, he's got that white chest and he's a tabby. Bro, come on, man. Come on. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a custom post to the picture. Yes, there's a Photoshop artifact near his right ear, your left, as I had to remove a window showing pictures of my kids. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that, but cool. What a cutie! Chat, moral of the story. If a cat chooses you, I don't care if you're not a cat person. You become a cat person. I don't know what to tell you. I bet the kids love him. No, for real. That sounds like the perfect, like, child cat.